The sky over Earth was dark with the glow of distant stars. In the quiet of space, the orbital stations hummed with activity. Captain Jae-sung looked at the screens before him. His ship, the Blue Phoenix, floated calmly near the outer edge of Earth's orbital fleet. For years, humanity had lived in peace, watching the Galaxy Council from a distance. They believed humans were small, weak, and not ready to join the greater galactic stage. But now the calm was ending. A transmission blinked on the main screen. It was from the Galaxy Council. Their message was calm, polite even, but there was a cold warning hidden in it. No human vessel may enter imperial sectors. You are warned. Do not challenge the order of the Galactic Empire. Jae-sung leaned back in his chair and frowned. The Council often tried to control humans, but this felt different. This time it sounded like fear. And when an empire fears you, it often comes with war. Captain, the sensors are picking up multiple large vessels approaching from the outer rim, said Lieutenant Hygiene, her fingers flying over the controls. She was young, but quick and sharp, and she had earned her place as the lead officer on the Blue Phoenix. How large? Jae-sung asked, standing and moving closer. Massive. Hundreds of thousands of tons. They are moving slowly, but they are heading straight for Terran space, she said. Her voice was steady, but Jae-sung could hear a tension under it. He nodded. Alert Earth Fleet Command. I want every ship ready. And contact Commander Minji. We need a strategy meeting immediately. Within hours, the massive command center of the Earth Fleet was alive with activity. Ships of every size and type were moving into position. From small scout craft to huge dreadnoughts, humanity had been preparing quietly for years. They knew one day the galaxy might test them, and now that day had come. Commander Minji stood at the head of the table, her sharp eyes moving over the holographic display of incoming enemy warships. They are testing us, she said. This is not a full attack yet. But if we do not respond carefully, this will become one. Dr. Sua, the lead scientist, looked worried. Captain, Commander, our scanners show advanced cloaking technology. They may already have units inside our outer defenses. We cannot be certain where their ships are until they are very close. Then we make them close, Jae-sung said. We wait for them, but we do not let them touch Earth or our colonies. From this moment on, no galactic warship or Empire vessel can enter Terran space. There was a pause. Every officer in the room understood the weight of his words. They were not just a command. It was a promise, and one that could cost them everything. Outside, in space, the first enemy scouts appeared. Small, fast ships, almost invisible, moved through the asteroid belt near Mars. Lieutenant Hygiene led a squadron of human fighters to intercept them. The scouts were skilled, but humans had something the Galaxy Council did not fully understand: creativity. Hygiene's fighters twisted and turned in the zero-gravity void, weaving around rocks and debris. She ordered the pilots to split and circle around the enemy. The scouts tried to regroup, but the humans were fast and precise. Within minutes, 2 of the enemy scouts were disabled, and the rest retreated. Back at the command station, Jae-sung and Minji watched the battle unfold on the screens. This is only the beginning, Minji said. They will not stop. They think we are weak. Then we will show them we are not, Jae-sung replied. Dr. Sua spoke again. Captain, we have completed the energy shield tests around Earth and the Moon. They can absorb most conventional attacks. But if they bring their heavy warships, we need to deploy our fleet in formation to protect them. Do it, Jae-sung said. Prepare all stations for maximum alert. Everyone must understand. We fight for survival and for freedom. The galaxy underestimated humans for centuries. That ends today. In the days that followed, Earth fleet moved with precision. Every ship received new coordinates, every fighter pilot was briefed, and every scientist prepared countermeasures. It was a tense calm, as humans waited for the first full attack. Families on Earth watched the night sky with curiosity and fear, unaware of the silent war forming above them. Meanwhile, in the darkness beyond Pluto, the first imperial warships appeared. They were enormous, black as void, and they glimmered with the power of weapons no human had seen before. Their commanders expected an easy victory. They had seen the small human fleets before, scattered and slow. But they did not understand human determination. Captain Jae-sung studied the enemy formation carefully. They are moving in a triangular pattern, standard for the Empire, but their flanks are thin. If we strike there, we can slow them down before they reach Mars. Sir, our fighters are ready, Lieutenant Hygiene reported. We can harass their lead ships and buy time. Do it, but keep our losses minimal, Jae-sung replied. We cannot risk a full confrontation yet. We need them to come to us. The first human attack squadron launched. They darted through space like a swarm of meteors. The Imperial scouts fired, but they could not match the human agility. Hygiene's squad intercepted missiles mid-flight, destroying them with careful shots. One by one, they forced the scouts to retreat, but the humans knew the real battle was still ahead. Back at Earth Fleet Command, Commander Minji worked tirelessly with Dr. Sua. They coordinated the orbital shields and calculated trajectories for potential human counterattacks. Every small victory in space mattered, and they had to be ready to strike at the right moment. As night fell over Earth, the stars above were full of movement. Human and Imperial ships danced across the void, testing, probing, and learning. For the first time, the galaxy would see humanity as a real force. And Captain Jae-sung knew that this was only the start. He looked out of the observation window at the blue planet below. It was fragile, small, and precious. And he whispered to himself, "No one will enter our space. Not now. Not ever. From this moment on, Terran space is ours to defend." Humans prepared for a long fight. They knew the galaxy would not accept their rise easily. But they also knew one truth. When humans fight, they fight with creativity, courage, and unity. And those qualities were stronger than any Imperial weapon. The first part of the war was beginning. Humanity had no choice but to rise and meet it head-on. And in the endless stars above, a promise had been made. A promise that no galactic warship or Empire vessel could ever enter Terran space again. The silence of space returned for a moment. But it was not peace. It was the calm before the storm. And when the storm came, humans would show the galaxy what it meant to challenge them. The human fleet moved steadily through the vast emptiness beyond Mars. Captain Jae-sung sat in the command chair of the Blue Phoenix, his eyes scanning the holographic display of enemy movements. He could feel the tension in the crew. This was the first time humanity faced a true galactic threat, and the stakes had never been higher. Commander Minji stood beside him, her arms crossed. "They are testing us," she said, pointing to the enemy formation. "These warships are powerful, but they are slow to react. If we use our speed and strategy, we can gain the advantage." Jae-sung nodded. "We cannot attack blindly. We need to strike with precision and force. Every move must be calculated. Hygiene, ready your squadron. Sumin, prepare the energy shields around Earth and the Moon. We cannot risk anything slipping past us." Lieutenant Hygiene saluted. "Squadron ready, sir. Fighters fueled and weapons calibrated. We can intercept any scouts or small ships before they reach our main fleet." Engineer Sumin was already at his station, activating the energy shield network. The shields glimmered across the planet and moon, invisible yet strong enough to stop most attacks. "Shields are online. Any large attack will be detected immediately, and the system will respond automatically," he said confidently. The humans moved like a single organism, each part of the fleet coordinating with the others. For the first time, the Galaxy Council would see that Earth was not a planet to be taken lightly. Suddenly, alarms blared across the command bridge. "Enemy scouts detected near the asteroid belt," reported Lieutenant Ji-woo, a young pilot known for his daring maneuvers. "They are moving fast, sir. They may be trying to flank us." "Send the intercept squadron immediately," Jae-sung ordered. "Do not let them reach Mars. This is our outer line of defense." Hygiene led her fighters into the void, weaving between asteroids and floating debris. The enemy scouts were agile, but the humans had learned to fight creatively. They used the asteroids as cover, striking from unexpected angles. Missiles fired from enemy ships exploded harmlessly against the rocks or were intercepted by the fighters' own countermeasures. Jiwoo took a small fighter and dove directly toward the lead scout. His movements were fast and precise, dodging enemy fire while closing in. With a final blast from his pulse cannons, he disabled the scout's engines. The others scattered, retreating into the darkness of space. Back at the command station, Commander Minji watched with satisfaction. "That's the way we fight," she said. "We do not have their numbers, but we have skill, creativity, and determination." Jae-sung's voice was calm but firm. "Remember, we are defending Earth, not seeking war. Our goal is to protect our people. But if they enter our space, we will show no mercy." Dr. Sua, the lead scientist, spoke from her station. "Captain, we have detected larger vessels on the outer edge of the fleet. They are warships much bigger than the scouts. Their engines are silent, but their mass indicates heavy weaponry." "Then we must prepare our main fleet," Jae-sung replied. "Every ship in position. This is the real test." Over the next hours, the human fleet moved into strategic positions. The larger vessels, the dreadnoughts, lined up in formation near Jupiter, while smaller ships took patrol positions closer to Mars and Earth. Each fighter squadron was ready to strike at any moment. Hygiene gathered her pilots. "Listen carefully," she said. "The enemy will try to test our defenses. They will probe our formations and look for weaknesses. We must be alert. Watch each other's backs and strike with precision. Remember, we are protecting our home." The pilots nodded, their faces set with determination. They were young, but they had trained for this moment. They knew that the future of humanity rested on their skills and courage. As the fleet settled into formation, a transmission appeared on the main screen. It was the Galaxy Council. Their message was formal, warning humans not to provoke the Empire. "Any hostile action will be considered a violation of the treaty. You are advised to stand down immediately." Jae-sung ignored the warning. He turned to Minji. "They do not understand us. They believe humans can be intimidated. But they are wrong. From this moment on, we decide our fate. No warship, no Empire vessel, will enter Terran space without our permission." The first contact came in the early hours. Enemy warships emerged from the dark of space, their massive forms cutting through the void. The human fleet held its ground, waiting for the Imperial vessels to make the first move. Jiwoo and his squadron darted forward, firing warning shots to probe the enemy defenses. The warships responded with slow, powerful beams, but the humans were nimble, dodging and weaving through space. Each hit from the human fighters caused damage, though small, enough to slow the enemy advance. Engineer Sumin adjusted the energy shields remotely. "Shields holding strong. We can withstand their initial attack." Commander Minji watched the battle unfold, calculating each move. "We have the advantage if we can keep them in the asteroid fields. Their large ships cannot maneuver easily here. That is where we strike." The humans launched a coordinated attack. Fighters from multiple squadrons attacked from different angles, while drones disrupted the enemy communications. The Imperial warships, large and powerful, could not respond quickly to the coordinated human strikes. Captain Jae-sung remained calm, giving orders with precision. "Target the lead ship. Jiwoo, Hygiene, focus on disabling their engines. Minji, direct the rest of the fleet to protect the outer perimeter. Sumin, monitor the shields and adjust as needed." Minutes passed like hours. The battle was tense, and every move counted. Finally, Jiwoo's squadron managed to hit the lead warship's engines. It slowed, drifting in the asteroid field. The rest of the Imperial fleet paused, unsure how to proceed. Commander Minji smiled slightly. "They are beginning to understand that humans are not easy prey." The enemy commander, somewhere far away in the void, realized that Earth's fleet was more organized and capable than they had expected. They tried to regroup, but the humans anticipated their movements. Each strike from the human fleet forced the Imperial warships to adjust, slowing their advance and losing formation. Dr. Sua observed from her station. "Captain, Our defensive systems are performing beyond expectations. The shields are holding, and the energy dampers are disrupting their targeting systems. We can hold this line. Jae-sung nodded. Good. But do not relax. This is only the beginning. The Empire will not give up easily. We must remain alert and ready for the next wave. The battle continued for hours, each side testing the other. The humans had fewer ships, but they had ingenuity, teamwork, and determination. Every move was precise, every strike carefully calculated. And slowly, the enemy began to retreat, unable to break through the human defenses. When the first wave ended, the human fleet gathered near Mars. Pilots and crews were exhausted but triumphant. They had held the line and shown the galaxy that humanity was not weak. Captain Jae-sung addressed the crew. Today, we fought not for glory, but for our home. The Galaxy Council may watch, the Empire may doubt, but we know the truth. From this moment on, no warship, no Empire vessel, will enter Terran space without facing the full strength of our people. Remember this feeling. It is the start of a new era for humanity. Commander Minji placed a hand on his shoulder. This victory is small, but important. We must continue to strengthen our defenses and prepare for the next challenge. The Empire will return, but they will remember this day. Lieutenant Hygiene smiled at her pilots. You did well today. We protected Earth, our families, and our future. Never forget that we can face anything if we stand together. As night fell over Earth, the fleet remained in position, ready for whatever came next. The stars above seemed brighter, filled with possibility. Humanity had taken its first step into a larger galaxy and had proven that they would not be underestimated. In the silence of space, Captain Jae-sung looked at Earth below, glowing softly in the darkness. We are ready, he whispered. We are not afraid. From this moment on, Terran space is ours to defend. Always. And far away, the Empire watched, surprised and cautious. Humanity was no longer a small, insignificant planet. They had risen, and the galaxy would soon learn that humans fought with courage, skill, and unity unlike any other. The void of space was quiet, but the tension was far from over. Captain Jae-sung watched the enemy retreat slowly through the asteroid belt beyond Mars. The first battle had ended, but the humans knew the Empire would return with more force. Every officer on the bridge of the Blue Phoenix was alert, understanding that this was only the beginning. Commander Minji stood beside him, her eyes focused on the sensors. They are regrouping. They will come back stronger. We must be ready to strike quickly and decisively. Lieutenant Hygiene adjusted her controls, her fingers moving quickly across the console. Sir, our reconnaissance drones have detected the larger warships moving into formation near Jupiter. They are preparing for a coordinated attack. If we do not act first, they may hit our outer colonies. Jae-sung nodded. Then we will not wait. Prepare our strike squads. We must show them that humans are not a force to be underestimated. Ji-woo, lead your squadron to intercept the incoming fleet while Hygiene and her team support you from the flanks. Ji-woo saluted, his jaw tight with determination. Understood, sir. We will not let them reach our space. Meanwhile, Engineer Sumin and Dr. Sua worked on improving the energy shields and weapon systems. Captain, Sumin said, I have modified the shield network so it can expand temporarily to cover more of the outer colonies. It will take power from the fleet, but it will protect them. Do it, Jae-sung said. No human lives will be lost if we can prevent it. Every planet, every station, must be safe. The human fleet moved quietly, hiding among asteroids and natural formations to avoid detection. The Empire's warships were massive and powerful, but they were slow and predictable. The humans used this to their advantage. They had learned from the first battle that strategy, speed, and clever thinking could overcome even superior firepower. As the fleets approached each other, Ji-woo's squadron darted forward, striking from multiple angles. Missiles fired from the Imperial ships exploded harmlessly against the asteroids or were intercepted by fighter pilots with incredible skill. Every move was coordinated, a dance of human precision. Hygiene squadrons circled the enemy, striking at weak points in their formation. One by one, small enemy vessels were disabled. The larger warships tried to respond, firing massive energy beams, but the humans were fast. Their ships twisted and turned through the void, dodging attacks while maintaining pressure on the enemy. "Captain, the lead warship is slowing," reported Hygiene. "Its engines are damaged. We can push it further back if we coordinate our attack." Jae-sung's eyes narrowed. "Then we do it. All squads focus fire on the lead vessel. Protect each other and remember we fight to defend our space. We do not retreat." The human fleet moved with perfect synchronization. Drones launched to disrupt enemy targeting systems, fighters attacked from unexpected angles, and energy shields absorbed incoming blasts. The enemy was confused, unprepared for such precise coordination. Commander Minji spoke calmly but firmly. "Their formation is breaking. We can force them to retreat completely if we maintain pressure." Jiwoo Squadron closed in on the lead warship, dodging enemy fire with skill that only humans could manage. With precise blasts, they disabled the ship's primary weapons, leaving it vulnerable and drifting in the asteroid field. "Good work," Jae-sung said. "Keep up the pressure. Do not let them regroup." The imperial warships struggled to maintain formation. Their massive size made it difficult to maneuver among the asteroids. The humans used this terrain to their advantage, striking from multiple directions while avoiding return fire. Every strike from the humans caused damage and confusion, forcing the Empire to slow its advance. Dr. Sua monitored the energy shields. "Captain, the shields are stable. They can hold for the next wave of attacks. Our drones are disrupting enemy targeting systems, giving our fighters an advantage." "Excellent," Jae-sung said. "We have the upper hand. But remain cautious. The Empire is cunning, and they will not give up easily." Hygiene signaled her squadron to perform a high-speed maneuver, weaving through the asteroid belt and attacking the enemy from behind. Missiles struck their engines, causing massive explosions. The lead warship was now incapacitated, drifting among the asteroids. Jiwoo fired a final shot to ensure the warship could not move. "Lead vessel neutralized," he reported, breathing heavily. "The rest of the fleet is retreating." Commander Minji allowed a small smile. "They are learning to respect us. The humans are not weak. We have proven that today." Jae-sung remained focused. "Do not celebrate yet. This is only the beginning. The Empire will return, and we must be ready for anything. But today we have defended our space. Today, humanity has shown its strength." Engineer Sumin worked quickly to repair minor damage to the human ships. "Captain, we can use this time to strengthen defenses. If the Empire returns, we will be even stronger." "Good. Prepare all ships for repairs and resupply. Every fighter and every warship must be ready for the next encounter," Jae-sung ordered. The human fleet moved back toward Mars, keeping a careful watch on the retreating enemy. They had won this engagement, but they knew the battle was far from over. The Empire would regroup, bring reinforcements, and attempt a larger attack. On Earth, the news of the first successful defense spread quickly. Citizens looked up at the night sky with hope and pride. They saw their people fighting among the stars, standing against forces that had once seemed invincible. Humanity was no longer a minor player in the galaxy. Captain Jae-sung gathered his officers. "This victory is important, but it is only a warning to the Empire. We have shown that we can defend ourselves. From this moment on, no warship or Empire vessel can enter Terran space without facing the full strength of humanity. We must continue to prepare and improve every day." Commander Minji nodded. "We will continue to train, plan, and improve. The humans are capable of great things when we work together." Lieutenant Hygiene smiled at her team. "We have proven today that skill and teamwork can overcome superior numbers. Remember this lesson. It will serve us well in the battles to come." Dr. Sua continued to monitor the fleet systems. "Captain, the modifications to the energy shields worked perfectly. The enemy attacks were absorbed without major damage. We are ready for the next challenge." Captain Jae-sung looked out at the stars, the vast darkness dotted with points of light. The Empire thought we were weak. They underestimated us. They will learn that humans fight with courage, intelligence, and unity. We protect our home, and we will not back down. The fleet continued its patrol, remaining vigilant. Every ship, every pilot, and every crew member understood the importance of their mission. They were defenders of Earth and the colonies, guardians of Terran space. In the distance, the enemy fleet was regrouping, preparing for the next confrontation. But humanity had proven its strength. They were ready to meet the challenge with creativity, courage, and unity. Captain Jae-sung turned to his officers. We fight not for conquest, but for survival. The Empire will test us again, but we will be ready. Remember, from this moment on, Terran space is ours to defend. Always. Commander Minji added. And humanity will rise among the stars. We will protect what is ours, and no enemy will ever take it from us. The stars glimmered above, silent witnesses to the rise of a new power in the galaxy. Humanity had taken its first major step, and the Empire would not forget it. They had seen the courage, skill, and unity of humans in battle. And the next time the Empire returned, they would find that humanity was even stronger. The void was still, but the future was bright. Captain Jae-sung, Commander Minji, Haijin, Ji-woo, Su-min, and Dr. Sua all knew that the coming battles would be harder, but they were ready. Humanity would fight, and humanity would endure. And in the endless expanse of space, a promise echoed. No galactic warship or Empire vessel would enter Terran space without facing the full strength of humans. The fleet moved forward, prepared for the next challenge, united and unyielding. The human fleet moved cautiously beyond Jupiter, the blackness of space stretching endlessly ahead. Captain Jae-sung watched the displays, noting the positions of the remaining enemy warships. The Empire had suffered setbacks, but it was not defeated. Their numbers were fewer now, but their firepower remained dangerous. Every officer knew that the next move had to be precise. Commander Minji stood beside him. They are regrouping, she said. The lead vessels are damaged, but reinforcements are on their way. If we strike now, we can take advantage of their confusion. Lieutenant Haijin leaned over the console. Sir, our scouts show a weakness in their formation near the asteroid clusters. If we can trap them there, we can hit multiple ships at once. It will slow their advance significantly. Jae-sung nodded. Then we do not wait. Prepare the strike teams. Ji-woo, lead the forward squadron. Haijin, flank them from the side. Minji, coordinate the main fleet to block any escape routes. Su-min, make sure the shields are ready to protect the outer perimeter. Ji-woo's voice was steady over the communicator. Understood, sir. Fighters ready and armed. We will intercept the enemy fleet and force them into the asteroid field. Su-min tapped his console, monitoring the energy shields. Captain, the shields are fully operational. They will absorb the initial strikes and protect the fleet. Any heavy attack will be countered automatically. Dr. Sua added, Captain, our drones are ready. They can disrupt enemy targeting systems and communication. If we deploy them correctly, the enemy will be disoriented. Jae-sung looked at the stars, the faint glow of distant planets and suns reflecting on the bridge glass. Remember, we fight to defend. We do not seek war, but we will not be weak. From this moment on, no galactic warship or Empire vessel will enter Terran space without facing humanity. The human fleet moved with precision. The smaller fighters darted ahead, attacking the enemy scouts and probing their formation. The Imperial warships attempted to maneuver, but the asteroid clusters made their movements slow and difficult. Every human attack was coordinated to exploit these weaknesses. Ji-woo led his squadron with skill. They moved quickly, dodging massive energy blasts while targeting the engines and weapons of enemy vessels. Each strike was calculated, forcing the enemy to retreat into tighter spaces, where their size worked against them. Haijin's team moved in from the side, launching missiles that disrupted the enemy shields. Smaller vessels slipped past larger ships and disabled their weapon systems. The humans used their agility and speed to control the battlefield. Commander Minji directed the main fleet, positioning the dreadnoughts to block escape routes. "They have no way out," she said. "Every path is covered. They will be trapped if we continue to pressure them." The lead enemy warship struggled to maintain course. Its engines were damaged from previous encounters, and the human attacks had forced it into the asteroid field. Massive asteroids loomed on all sides, but the humans moved with skill, using the rocks as cover while continuing to strike. Captain Jae-sung issued commands calmly. "All squads, maintain pressure. Do not let any vessel escape. Protect each other and follow the plan. Today, we show the galaxy the strength of humanity." The enemy fleet fired back, but their attacks were slow and imprecise. The humans dodged with skill, the smaller ships twisting through space, avoiding energy beams and returning fire with precision. Drones disrupted enemy targeting, making it even harder for the Imperial ships to respond. Jiwoo's squadron targeted the crippled lead vessel. Engines disabled, weapons offline. "It will not move again," he reported. Hygiene smiled slightly. "Excellent. Focus on the remaining vessels. Keep them inside the asteroid field. Minji, prepare the main fleet to finish this operation." Commander Minji gave the orders calmly. "All dreadnoughts, fire coordinated barrages. Strike any vessel that tries to leave the trap. The enemy cannot escape." Missiles and energy beams exploded across the asteroid field, hitting enemy ships one by one. The Imperial fleet was forced to retreat further, losing formation and suffering heavy damage. Human tactics, skill, and technology proved superior. The once confident enemy was now in chaos. Engineer Suman monitored the shields. "Captain, the shields are holding. We can continue this operation without risk to our fleet. The enemy is disorganized and vulnerable." Dr. Sua nodded. "Deploy the final wave of drones. They will disable communications and prevent coordination. We can end this today if everything goes according to plan." Captain Jae-sung's voice was steady. "Do it. Every human ship must follow the strategy. The Empire will learn that humans fight with courage, intelligence, and unity. No one can underestimate us." The final wave of attacks began. Fighters swooped between asteroids, striking the last remaining enemy vessels. Drones jammed communications, preventing the fleet from regrouping. The energy shields protected the human ships from heavy fire. Every strike was calculated, precise, and devastating. Jiwoo focused on one massive warship trying to escape. His fighter weaved between asteroids, firing missiles and energy bursts. The ship's engines failed, and it drifted helplessly. Hygiene coordinated the side attack, disabling another vessel. Commander Minji directed the main fleet to close in on the remaining enemy ships. "They have no options. Every vessel is trapped. Press the attack and finish this operation." Captain Jae-sung watched carefully. "Remember, this is about defense, not revenge. We are protecting our home, not conquering theirs. But we will not allow them to escape and threaten us again." The enemy fleet, once confident and powerful, was now in ruins. The human fleet moved forward, striking every vessel that tried to escape the asteroid field. Missiles and energy blasts disabled engines, shields, and weapons. Within hours, the last of the Imperial warships was either destroyed or forced to retreat far beyond Jupiter. The human fleet regrouped, moving back toward the outer colonies. Every officer and pilot felt the satisfaction of a mission accomplished. They had proven that humanity could face the Empire and survive, even when outnumbered. Captain Jae-sung addressed the fleet. "Today, humanity has shown that we are not weak. We fight to defend our people and our home. The Empire will think twice before entering Terran space again. From this moment on, our space is ours to protect, and no warship or Empire vessel can enter without facing the full strength of humans." Commander Minji added, "We have shown courage, skill, and unity. Humanity is stronger than anyone believed. We must continue to train, improve, and prepare for the challenges ahead. This victory is only the beginning." Lieutenant Hygiene spoke to her pilots. "You did well today. Remember your training and your teamwork. These victories are possible because we work together, protect each other, and fight with strategy and determination. Jiwoo nodded. Every pilot, every crew member, every scientist and engineer played a part. This is a victory for all of us, for Earth and for the colonies. Engineer Sumin and Dr. Sua monitored the repairs and shields. The fleet is ready for the next engagement. We can handle any attack that comes our way, Sumin said. Captain Jae-sung looked at the stars. We are ready. The Empire may return, but they will find a prepared and united humanity. We have defended our space, and we will continue to do so. From this moment on, Terran space is ours, and no enemy will enter without consequence. The human fleet moved forward, vigilant and strong. The stars above reflected the promise of a new era, where humanity had risen to protect its home. The Empire would remember this day, the day when humans showed that courage, intelligence, and unity could defeat even the most powerful foes. And in the silence of space, humanity knew that the galaxy had changed. They had taken their place among the stars, and Terran space was theirs to defend. The human fleet floated quietly in the outer orbit of Earth, its ships shining softly in the light of distant stars. The last remnants of the Imperial fleet had been forced far beyond Jupiter, unable to threaten Terran space. Captain Jae-sung stood on the bridge of the Blue Phoenix, looking at the view of Earth below. The planet seemed small, fragile, and precious, yet humanity had shown it was strong and united. Commander Minji approached him. They will not return easily, she said. The Empire has learned a hard lesson. Humanity is not to be underestimated. Jae-sung nodded slowly. No one can enter Terran space without facing us. From this moment on, Earth and its colonies are protected. We have proven our strength, and the galaxy has seen it. Lieutenant Hygiene smiled at her fellow pilots. We did it. The fleet fought perfectly. Everyone did their part. Jiwoo leaned against the console, exhausted but proud. It was not just the pilots, he said. The engineers, the scientists, everyone in the fleet. We all fought together. That is why we succeeded. Engineer Sumin tapped the console, checking the energy shields. Shields are stable. Repairs are nearly complete. Any attack from the Empire will be met immediately with our defenses. We are ready for whatever comes next. Dr. Sua smiled faintly. Captain, Commander, the colonies are safe. Communication lines are restored. The people are secure. Humanity has proven that we can defend ourselves. Jae-sung turned to the bridge crew. This is not just a victory in battle. It is a message to the galaxy. Humans will defend their home, their people, and their freedom. From this day, no galactic warship or Empire vessel can enter Terran space without facing the full strength of humanity. Commander Minji gestured to the holographic display. We should formalize our defense perimeter. Satellites, orbital stations, patrol fleets. Every entry point must be monitored. The Empire will not forget us, but we must be prepared for the future. The fleet moved to establish the new defense lines. Dreadnoughts took positions around the outer planets, smaller patrol craft monitored asteroid belts and planetary orbits, and energy shield networks were extended to protect critical colonies. Every human ship had a role, and every officer knew their responsibility. Hygiene led a squadron on a routine patrol, flying past Jupiter and Saturn. The Empire may return, she said over the comms, but they will not find an easy target. Every move they make will be countered. We are ready. Jiwoo nodded. We have learned from each encounter. We are faster, smarter, and more coordinated than they expect. We will protect our space. On Earth, citizens looked up at the night sky with pride. Stories of human courage and strategy had reached every corner of the planet. Families watched the stars, knowing that the people who defended them had faced a vast empire and won. The humans had taken their place among the stars, not as weak observers, but as strong protectors. Captain Jae-sung addressed the fleet over the main communication network. Today, humanity has proven its worth. We have defended our home with courage, skill, and unity. This victory is a promise to the galaxy. From this moment on, no warship, No Empire vessel can enter Terran space without facing the full force of humanity. Our people are safe, our space is ours, and our future is bright. Commander Minji added, "We have shown that humans fight not only with weapons, but with intelligence, creativity, and teamwork. Every pilot, every crew member, every scientist and engineer contributed to this victory. Remember this unity. It is our greatest strength." Hygiene looked at the younger pilots in her squadron. "We have proven ourselves today, but this is only the beginning. Humanity will explore, grow, and expand, but we will always defend what is ours. Remember this feeling, the pride and the strength. It will guide us in the days to come." Engineer Sumin smiled as he adjusted the shield systems. "The Empire may send stronger fleets next time, but we are ready. We will continue to improve our technology, our strategies, and our coordination. Humanity will not be defeated." Dr. Suwa monitored the fleet sensors and communications. "Captain, Commander, all colonies report safety. Supply lines are restored. The people are aware of the defense measures and have faith in our protection. Humanity is united more than ever." Captain Jae-sung looked at the stars, feeling a quiet determination. "We have faced a powerful empire and proven ourselves. The galaxy may have underestimated humans before, but never again. From this day, Terran space is ours. We will protect it at all costs." The human fleet continued to patrol, moving across the solar system, establishing a network of defense that would be difficult for any enemy to breach. Every ship, every pilot, and every crew member understood their role. The unity of humanity had been tested and had passed. As the days passed, new colonies reported their gratitude and pride. Humanity had not only survived but had grown stronger. Captain Jae-sung, Commander Minji, Hyjin, Ji-woo, Sumin, and Dr. Suwa all knew that this victory marked a turning point. Humanity would no longer be ignored by the galaxy. The Galaxy Council sent messages acknowledging the strength and resilience of the human fleet. They had watched quietly, understanding that humans were not weak and that Terran space could not be taken without a fight. The Empire, though still powerful, had learned a lesson it would not forget. On the bridge of the Blue Phoenix, Jae-sung addressed his officers. "This victory is ours, but vigilance is our responsibility. We have defended our home, but we must continue to prepare, to explore, and to grow. Humanity will not be defeated, and our space will remain safe." Commander Minji nodded. "The fleets are in place, the colonies are secure, and the people are inspired. Humanity's rise is only beginning. We will continue to strengthen, expand, and protect everything that is ours." Hyjin glanced at Ji-woo. "We have proven today that humans fight with heart, intelligence, and courage. The Empire may try again, but they will find a people united, prepared, and willing to defend what is theirs." Ji-woo smiled. "Every victory, every maneuver, every shield and attack, it all worked together. That is our strength. That is what makes us human." Sumin and Dr. Suwa worked quietly, adjusting shields and monitoring communications. "Our people are safe," Sumin said. "We have proven that even against superior firepower, humans can succeed." Dr. Suwa nodded. "It is not just technology or numbers. It is courage, unity, and determination. Humans have always risen to the challenge, and today is no different." Captain Jae-sung looked out at the stars, reflecting on the battles fought and the victories earned. "We are ready for the future. We will explore, expand, and defend, and no one will ever take our space from us. From this moment on, Terran space is ours, and humanity will always rise among the stars." The fleet moved forward, ever vigilant, ever ready. Humanity had proven that they could defend their home and face any challenge. The Empire had been tested and had learned that humans were a force to be respected. In the silence of space, the stars seemed brighter, a reflection of humanity's triumph. Captain Jae-sung, Commander Minji, Hyjin, Ji-woo, Sumin, and Dr. Suwa all understood the meaning of this victory. It was more than a battle. It was the beginning of a new era for humanity. Earth and its colonies were safe, and the galaxy had seen the rise of a people who would not be ignored. From this moment on, no galactic warship, no Empire vessel, could enter Terran space without facing the full strength of humanity. The promise had been made, and it would never be broken. The fleet continued to patrol the vastness of space, ready for any challenge. Humanity had proven its strength, courage, and unity. And among the stars, a new era had begun. A time where humans would rise, explore, and protect everything they held dear. The galaxy had learned a new truth. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was strong, united, and unyielding. And from this day forward, Terran space belonged to humans and humans alone.